Hello, my loves. I'm Andrea, and welcome to Life as I Know It. Today, I have 3 easy Christmas DIYs for you. So, if you're new, welcome aboard, and we would love it if you stick around. And if you are returning, welcome back. So, let's get some wreaths, some flowers, and let's get to DIYing. Now I'm going to take these Chanel stems and cut them in half. I did get these from Hobby Lobby, and then I end up switching over to the ones that I got from the dollar store. But they all work the same, so we're just going to cut a bunch of them up, and then we're going to take our Chanel stem and our mesh net and put it in the wreath. We're going to stick it through, flip the wreath over, and then we're going to take the Chanel stem and wrap it around the frame. Now, once you have your mesh secured to the frame, then we're going to do is flip it back over, and then we're going to take Chanel stems and put them throughout the wreath frame. You can put 2 in each row. That's all you need is 2. And then once we have that, we're going to start doing our puffs. Now with the puffs, you decide how big or small you want. Anywhere from 4 to 6 is good. You can make them smaller or you can make them bigger. But 4 to 6 is good. Like I said, start your puff. Work with the mesh netting to see how you want it to go. And even if you make it too small in the beginning or too big, don't worry, because we got 3 rows to fill out, and it will fill out really nicely. So just take your time, decide what you want, and then start tying your mesh net down with the Chanel stems. Now, we are having a contest on this channel. Tomorrow, December the 21st, we're going to drop a video, and in the video, it will tell you what the phrase is to enter the contest. The gift is a Sephora Avid calendar. And in order to be entered in the contest, you must be the age of 18 and older, live in the United States, and be a subscriber. If you want to see the products that are in the Sephora calendar, you can go over to TikTok at Andrea Life as I Know It, and every day I show you what's in the calendar. But you do not have to be a subscriber to TikTok. You just have to be a subscriber on this channel. So look out for that video tomorrow so that you can enter the contest. This Sephora calendar has a lot of nice products inside of it. And once we're done with one row, we're going to continue the process. We're going to open the Chanel stem. We're going to put the mesh inside of it, tie the Chanel stem underneath, and go on to do another puff. When we get to the end of our netting, we're going to flip the frame over the same way we started. We're going to take the netting through the frame. We're going to take a Chanel stem and secure it to the frame. Once we have that secure, we're going to flip our wreath over and we're going to fluff out the netting. And then I have a Mr. Snowman sign from the dollar store. I'm going to put him on there. So I'm just going to add a good amount of hot glue around the edge of the sign and make sure when I flip it over that the glue and the sign is touching the netting to secure it to the wreath. Now, this part is optional. I'm taking these picks that I had from Michael. I had these in my stash about maybe 2 years. And all I want to do is take the sticks out. I'm going to add a little hot glue to the back of the ornaments. And I'm just going to hot glue them to the mesh. And once we have this part done, we're going to put our sign over. And we're going to make a bow for the snowman. Now, Dollar Tree sells this mesh tubing all year round. They just change the colors with the season. So you take the end, hold it in your one hand, and you use your other hand to make your bow. So all you do is keep looping it, hold it, make another loop, hold it. When you're ready to cut it, you just cut an extra long piece so you can take that piece and wrap it around the bow to secure it and just add a little hot glue. And then you just cut off the excess of the mesh so that your two ends are the tails. And then we're going to take a little hot glue and we're going to secure our bow to our Santa's hat, and we are done with this DIY. Now we're going to take our decorative mesh that we got from the dollar store and we're going to cut it into pieces. I recommend anywhere between 4 and 6 inches. For this project, you can use up to 6 rolls. You definitely probably can get away with 5 if you cut it in 4 inches. Once we have that done, we're going to go and take our chenille stems. We're going to fold them in half and then cut them into pieces. These chenille stems come in handy for a lot of projects. Now with our pieces, what we're going to do is take 2 pieces, roll it up in between your fingers like this, and then just wrap a chenille stem around it. Now, somehow I missed filming this, but what I am showing you is how I'm making the ball for the top of the Santa hat, which is the same concept of just rolling it, putting it in your hands, holding it, and taking a chenille stem and just tying it around. So for the top of the head, I used several pieces and I made them 8 inches because we wanted to have a big poof up top. But it's still the same concept. You just take it, scrunch it up, hold it with one hand, do another one, and then wrap it with a chenille stem. If you are enjoying the context of this video, don't forget to hit the like button. That does help my channel to grow. Now you take the end of your ribbon and you use hot glue to fasten it to the frame. And then you're going to go to the other side, flip it, and do the exact same thing. But just put a little bit of glue because we don't want it to stain our ribbon and show through. Once you have that secure, that's all we're going to do. We're going to roll it, flip it over, put a little hot glue on one end, and then flip it back over and roll it again. So that's all you do. Hot glue, pull it over tight, take it to the other side, and when you flip it back again, add a little hot glue. And that's the way we're going to do with the ribbon all the way up the witch's head. Now, with the witch's head, all we did was found the end of it, cut it, and just unraveled everything off of the head. And then I took a pair of scissors and went down and cut all those little pieces that were holding it on it. You don't have to, but I think it makes it smoother when you go around because then you don't have to worry about those little grooves messing with your ribbon as you go up the frame. Now you can keep this Santa hat because that's what we're turning our witch's hat into. You can use whatever ribbon matches your decor, or if you're giving it away as a gift, use your favorite ribbon. Now when we get to the top, we're not going to cover that loop completely because we want to put a little ball on the top. So we're going to get as close as we can to where as though we know that we can put chenille stems through that loop. And we're just going to add a little hot glue, cut the ribbon, and secure it to the frame. And now we're going to take and tie our chenille stems to the frame with our decorative mash attached. So all you're going to do is flip over the frame, tie it in a knot, and then twist it. We're only going to do it for the first one because we want it to stay in place. The rest of them we're just going to put through, twist it a couple times, and then move on to the next one. We just want that first one to be secure to the frame so it won't move around as we're adding the next stems on there. Now, when adding the stems to the frame, I think it's easier if you just flip it over to the back side and do it that way. It gives you a little bit more flexibility and you can see what you're doing. This is really easy. We're just going to take them and attach them to the frame. I would do this while watching TV or if you have another device while watching another video. So just get a stem and attach it and just keep moving it as you go. And from time to time, flip it over and just fluff it out a little. And once we're done adding all our mesh, we're going to go ahead and take our puff and we're going to add it to the top of the frame by sticking a chenille stem through, tying it. We're going to put this aside and we're going to make a bow. Now we're going to do the same type of bow that we did for the snowman. So what we're going to do is hold it in our hand and we're going to make our loops as big as we want. And this is what I love about this tubing is because you can do that. And we're going to make a big sloppy bow. And when we're done, we're going to cut a generous amount of the end so we can use that to wrap it around and to glue it together. Now, the bow is optional. You can stop at the puff ball, but I just wanted to add a little bit more color to it. So I'm going to use some hot glue to attach our bow to our mesh. And once we do that, we are done with this DIY. Now, we got these crates from the dollar store, and all I did was stain them with some gel and just wipe it off to get the color that I wanted on the wood. And then I took the pool noodles, which do come in handy when you don't want to use the foam because you get so much more use with the pool noodle. I sliced them up and put them inside of the crate, and then we just took some wood glue. Now, Dollar Tree does have wood glue. So once we got our wood glue, put it to one side, put it together. I'm going to get these clips that I got from the dollar store that you use for the laundry, and I'm going to use them to hold the wood in place while it dries. Another item that comes in handy are these garland ties. So what we're going to do is take two of them. We're going to put one on both sides. We're going to hot glue them down. This way, it'll cover up with the flowers, the pool noodle. So like I said, with this little hot glue, attach it, and then we're going to start adding our flowers. So these flowers were cut down from another arrangement. So we see we can recycle our flowers. So we're just going to go ahead and start putting the flower arrangement in our flower box. Now, one thing that I do use from the dollar store are those big sandwich bags. And I use them to store any of my leftovers that I didn't use, like these flowers, pine cones, any project that I have stuff left over and I want to keep. I just put them in the sandwich bags. And now that they have these great containers, you can just take the sandwich bags and put them inside of the containers at the dollar store. Now, are you done with your Christmas shopping? Because Christmas is down the street and it is waving at us. But don't put that pressure on yourself. Take your time and do what you can do. Just remember that you're only one person. And once we have all our flowers in our arrangement, we're going to take one of these little wooden sides that we got from the Dollar Tree and we're going to put a little hot glue on there, or you can use wood glue. And we're just going to attach it to the front of our arrangement. And once we have that on there, we are done with this DIY. Well, my loves, that is the end of our Christmas DIY. Which one was your favorite? Leave me a comment and let me know. If you are new, welcome aboard. We would love it if you stuck around by hitting that subscribe button. And if you hit that notification button, it just lets you know every time I upload a video. And I need everyone to hit that like button because that helps my channel to grow. And all three are free. And if you're returning, you know that you are truly, truly appreciated. I want to thank everyone for taking time out of their busy Christmas schedule to watch my video. And don't forget about our contest that we have. The video will be dropped on December the 21st. I want everyone to have a blessed day. Remember, it costs nothing to be kind. And when you go out during this holiday season, please pack your patience. And I will see you in our next video. Bye for now.